Welcome back at IGN at Gamescom now, and with me is Barbara from Bluebird team, and we're talking about a game that I have to say, I think I don't want to play it.
You
not
don't?
Because
I'm hurt.
Yeah, no, not because of you, but because Blair Witch is a movie, and the game just looks like it. That I'm scared of it, to be honest.
Well, it's a horror game, so
Yeah,
I
it's a
guess
horror game,
that's,
exactly.
that's a good thing.
We just recently had a piece, and we asked the question, how scary is Blair Witch? I think I can answer that question. It looks horrible.
And it was a really good piece.
Yeah, thank you on that. I will forward it. So the game is out on August 30th already, like 9 days. So we're doing kind of a wrap up, and it's your last chance to talk about all the details that we might have missed. So right here, that's a perfect point to jump right in. We're seeing the dog, and I have to ask that question, can I pet the dog?
Of course you can.
That's super important.
And I actually believe it's an important feature, because if you couldn't pet your dog, it would feel so unnatural.
I know. Tell that to the people from Game of Thrones.
Gladly.
I know. So tell me something about the background. I know that we had, let's say, 2 movies, almost 3 movies, but 2 movies that have direct connection to that universe, right?
Yeah, that's true. Basically, you are playing as Alice, who is an ex-cop. And you, together with your trusted friend Bullet, of course, decided to join a search party that is looking for a missing boy. And the boy went missing in a forest, and it's that forest.
Usually, this forest reminds me a bit of my childhood with my at my
you
grandmother's.
Had an amazing childhood, I guess.
Yeah, I grew up a bit in Poland, a bit in Eastern Germany. So this really reminds me of my childhood. What does not remind me of my childhood is how horrible other parts of the game look. This is definitely not my childhood. So as we can see, we can really pat the dog, which is fantastic. We have certain options, right? What we can do with the dog.
Yes, because you can communicate with the dog using different commands. And each of these commands obviously will have different use in a game. There will also be some contextuals, like if you found an item that is underground, you can ask your dog to dig it out. So there's a lot of things your dog can help you with.
Yeah.
And for example, now he's pointing out to some interesting stuff.
Apparently he just found something that we would have missed without him.
Yeah, there's also some items they're hard to see. So sending him out, asking him to look for them, it's much easier to just, encounter them.
Right. Can I actually lose my dog in the game?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh my God, that's gonna be traumatic. Please don't do that to me. I'm a dog lover and I hate dogs. That would be the worst combination.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Petting
so cute.
the dog.
Yeah.
All there.
Did you do that? Did you have a real model for that?
Actually, we have a dog in our office. So we motion capture both the dog and the person who is interacting with him. So.
But the dog is more interesting.
Of course.
Right. So this seems very. This seems like a detective story to me. Very classic. Like you're looking for these notes, and then you find a hint, and then what are you doing next? Like, okay, there's a picture. And where are all these people? There's police there. Why
but they already went to the forest, and you are just late.
Oh, I'm late.
Yes,
That's my
and
fault.
about being detective, well, it's about missing boy. This is how the story starts. But we also want to explore with this game the story of downfall of human nature. So
downfall of human nature.
Downfall of human nature.
Wow. Okay.
So it's not only important. Your goal is not the only important information in this game. You also need to pick up all those clues in order to understand who you are, what kind of character you are playing, what happened to him.
Well, and now this happens, and I knew it would happen. Now he seems to be off to the woods.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Those woods.
I mean, he could stay in the light, but he apparently wants to go to the woods. Right, so now
that's his decision. We can do anything about it.
Yeah, we can't do anything about it. That's basically the core of the game, right? Okay. So when we talk about this whole area, the woods and the forest itself, is this linear or is this open space and I could run into different places? Like just if I want to explore it, could I go rogue and just go where I want to, or is it more linear?
Well, it's not an open world, but it's much more open than any of our previous games like Layers of Fear or Observer, because there you were walking through narrow corridors. Of course, there were some side paths that you could take, but this time it's much more open.
All right.
There is much more to explore and much more to find in the end.
Oh, we're leaving the forest. Great. Oh no, we're seeing that symbol. Not so great.
Yeah.
That's not really, well, it would make a good tattoo though, I guess. If I really want to have a connection to that like witch thing. All right. So tell me something, because I think we have one more bit of gameplay.
Yes.
That we're about to see, and the one thing that I already know is that it does not look like my childhood area. Definitely not.
That's
So
good.
here we
That's
have
good
the
for your
game.
childhood. I would be worried if you had that in your childhood.
Me too. It would be kind of weird. So what am I seeing here? Where am I in the game here?
No spoilers.
Yeah.
But it's much later than what you just saw. And basically, with this piece, we are showcasing how different the environments can be. Because, well, at first you can think, oh, it's just a forest. But no, there can be very, very diverse environments in there. You can use forest to create really amazing atmosphere and to really show things that they seem natural, but they seem so scary.
And it looks so good. It really looks so good in a weird way. I'd say, like.
I mean, for horror, that's probably a good way.
For horror, it's very good. For walking in a park, probably not.
Yeah, probably.
So what's happening? What's happening here? He seems to be running away from something.
Yes, I can't explain what because spoilers.
We don't like spoilers at IGN, so we're not.
No one likes spoilers.
Not covering spoilers of any kind, right?
Yeah, so no spoilers, but for this part, for example, we are showcasing that it's not just about walking slowly and doing detective stuff. No, there are very different mechanisms, very different features for this game, and well, you just need to do different stuff.
So I'm running away from a unnamed threat into a dark place with a flashlight, into a cave probably under a tree. That sounds totally normal.
Yeah,
that sounds totally normal.
Childhood, right?
Yeah, like my childhood. So we're under that tree, right? And we're with that flashlight. So what is happening? What's going on?
Well, you know about as much as he does. So basically, you escape the threat, but will this be the only threat waiting for you there? You won't know.
Right. Okay. Well, and of course, the flashlight.
Of course, but it needs no batteries, so don't worry, you don't need to look for those.
Oh, what's that? Is that a piece? No, that's not. It's a photograph. Of a photograph. What's on the photo?
A man standing
in the corner of the witch house.
Maybe.
Okay, that's a direct reference to the movies, right? So we have a connection.
Well, it's a Blair Witch game. Of course, we have Blair Witch in there, so it's happening in the same universe. So we acknowledge all that happened in this movie, but in the same time, it's not about just recreating the story that was already told. It's more about taking all this legacy, all those mythos, and adding a totally different story to the franchise.
Yeah, so it's basically almost 100% independent.
Yes, I mean, there are some connections with the things that happened before, but in the same time, it's not about them. It's about new story, new horror.
Right. Good. I think, my God, getting closer. So this is actually only here for the demo, right? So there won't be chapters in the final game.
No, the final game is one seamless adventure.
Great, a seamless, happy adventure. I think that's a great way to wrap it up, right? Unfortunately, unfortunately, we're done. That's a great way to wrap it up, guys. I'm happy you were here to explain why this game is so scary, and it really is. Guys, stay tuned for more on IGN. Thank you very much. Dziękuję bardzo.
Proszę bardzo.
And, well, stay tuned on IGN.com, IGN at Gamescom now. Thank you very much for joining.